Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Her Talk. Today, you are in for a treat. I have with me today a makeup artist, a poet, a stylist, an artist in general, because the girl can draw her ass off. No other than the illustrious Sen.
Hey.
Hey. Welcome to Her Talk, Sen.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Good. So let's start this off with a brief introduction about who you are, where you're from, and how you became the illustrious, sensual goddess that you are.
Oh God. All right. Well, I am originally from New York, Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. I got into poetry real young. I was probably like maybe 8 when I started doing it. How I became Sen. I started doing poetry lives on social media, TikTok, Instagram, and one of my mutuals, actually a couple of them, actually was just like, you know what, you're so sensual and so soft-spoken. You know what, this should be your name. So they dubbed me Sensual and Cantress. Most people know me by that on TikTok, and to shorten it, they just call me Sen.
Okay. So not saying like S-I-N.
No.
Okay, all right. Because, you know, they getting on Doja Cat about all that right about now. So this is
her.
Yeah, this is
Town Red.
Yeah, Paint Town. She's serious, though.
She is serious.
She is. So this is a lot more laid back, more heart-driven, more love.
Yeah. It's poetry for me is like, it's always been a way of expressing myself. Verbally, that can be hard for me sometimes. So me writing poetry as a kid was kind of me being able to say what I want to, and couldn't nobody tell me how to say it. It was basically just a conversation between me, the page, and the pen. And that's how it's always been. It's just developed over time.
Awesome. So what do you have going on right now with your poetry? I heard you be doing some live stuff, and you got you a little following going on.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I got me a following. I love my followers. So yes, I do poetry on TikTok every Saturday at 9:30 p.m. It's called Sensual's Lounge, and I create a space where people can come, they can listen, they can relax. It's usually music going. We talk about poetry. I have my other fellow poets in the box with me. They do poetry. Sometimes some people will sing. They'll play instruments. Whatever the vibe is, that's what we do, and it's usually really wonderful. Some people who haven't wrote in months or even in years will come and they'll tell me like, yo, you inspire me to start writing again. That is everything for me, because that's what I do it for.
Awesome. Do you ever showcase any of your artwork doing your performances as well?
I do. Sometimes I'll show like a couple sketches and a couple pieces, but most of the time it's pretty much based around my poetry, because people don't know. My poetry is kind of just like a vision that I see in my head. It kind of plays like a movie. Sometimes it's how it is for me when I sketch. When I sketch, it's pretty much just like I'll see something. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it ends up being a really beautiful piece at the end.
Awesome. And how does this all mesh together with you being a model, a makeup artist, and a stylist? I mean, because I know you're on camera, so of course they're seeing how beautiful you are, they're seeing your glow, but put it all together. Does other people, or do other people, I'm sorry, not does, do other people in your box, do they come in with their different styles and their different ways of doing things and showcase all of them as much as you showcase all of you?
Yeah, they do actually. So a couple of my mutuals, there's, one of my mutuals, her name's Beautiful. There's another mutual I have named Trey. There's another mutual I have named Winter. There's another mutual I have named Tashima and Poet. These are all fellow poets of mine, and we all have different styles, but all of our styles mesh well together in the aspect of like, we will come up with a theme, because I love themes. So I'll come up with a theme about erotica. We all got to dress in black and red, or I just came up with a theme for Halloween. It's called Let Me Hear Your Screams, and that's going to be amazing. And there's gonna be 2 parts to that. I'm gonna do part 1, and Skittles is gonna do part 2. And I just did one with another mutual woman of mine. Her name is Coco Monroe. She's also a poet, and a big influencer on TikTok. And we just did a thing called Fire and Ice, and it was really, really nice.
Oh, this just sounds beautiful. Sound like y'all need a speakeasy location. But this links people all over.
All over.
Yeah. So it's sort of like a Zoom type atmosphere.
Yeah, and me and a couple of my other fellow poets, we actually built something that I named Poetic Mafia. So what that is basically it's going to be a group of poets coming together, and we're going to do workshops, activities, give each other prompts, haikus, things of that nature, just to kind of keep us creative. And sometimes when you are in a certain realm for so long, it can be kind of stifling, so it helps that you have other poets to break you out of certain things so you can develop more as an artist.
Exactly. Because we were talking one time about the difference between poetry and rap.
Yes.
And sometimes rap can just put you in such a negative space, but that poetry that you do, you can still be hardcore within your poetry and express what you're going through, how you grew up and stuff like that, but you can give it it's more thought about. When it comes out of your mouth, it's not just, I kill a nigga, fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's more like, I might have to kill a nigga,
but no, it is. And when people ask me about rap, and I'll be honest, like, I don't really listen to too many people like nowadays with this new age music. I'm an old school person, like I was raised old school. So for me, if you ask me favorite poets, I'm like favorite rappers, I'm going to name Common, I'm going to name Talib Kweli, I'm going to name Tribe Called Quest, I'm going to name New Kids on the Block, I'm going to name Tupac, Biggie, I'm going to name people Slick Rick, I'm going to name people that told stories. You know what I'm saying? Whether they were ugly, whether they were beautiful, whether they were confusing, whether they were funny, they were stories. And I believe even as a poet, you have to tell stories. You gotta paint a picture. Sometimes it's not always about just the words, it's also the vision that you give, because that's what's gonna pull your audience.
Exactly. And it's so positive. You know what I'm saying? To see, I've seen a couple of girls on TikTok. Just how they come together and how they express themselves. It's just, it gives you a sense of hope when sometimes we feel very hopeless as women. We feel very unheard as women. We feel like there's nobody protecting us as women. But it gives you a safe space to express that, that moment and that, just what it makes you feel as a person. So that's dope.
And I want to keep that in the balance, because even aside from me being a poet, being a model, I started modeling when I was 26. And I did that while I was ill and having health challenges. And I didn't even think that was something I could do, because being a plus size model is kind of just like, people always kind of wonder, like, can you do it? I never thought I could do it. I always thought I was the girl next door. Like, girl next door, she cute, she say hi, and she's going about her day. Yeah, that was me. But it was different for me going from that to people actually looking at me and going, damn, she's sexy. And then me building on my confidence, like, damn, I actually am attractive. Because people have this stigma about women. You gotta look a certain way, you gotta be a certain way to be desirable and be attractive. I was never fully aware of how powerful my sexuality was, how powerful just me being who I am is, until I tapped in that power, and that gave me more confidence than I've ever had in my life. And then doing makeup like 2 years later and mastering that, which I never thought I would be doing. And people come to me and be like, can you do my daughter's makeup? Can you do this makeup? Can I do this? Can you do? It just shows me how diverse I am, just as an artist, as a person in general. And I love that.
Yeah, and to the dirty talk / her talk family, it's never too late to do what you love to do. Enjoy figuring out who you are as a person and developing your character. That's what life is about, and that's something that I see resonating with you. So I just want to say I appreciate you for that, and I appreciate you for sharing that with the world, because everybody doesn't deserve that positive energy that you have, But you give it, and you give it so well, and you still hold on to what's sacred to you, and for that, my hat goes off to you.
I appreciate that, yeah, because me and you we've talked a lot, and you've known me for a few years now, so it's just kind of like, for me, it's been a journey. And I know that some people have it in their head, they have to have it all together, all the time. And that's not always the case. Life is not going to allow you to have everything together all at one time. You know, you might be strong in one area and fall short in another. That's just a circle of life. However, it's all about how you handle it as well. I've learned that when you focus on the things that you do have, not the things that you don't, it changes your outlook on a lot of things. It's easy to be negative. It's a lot easier to be negative than it is positive. But the one thing about it is, the reason why positivity is such a battle, because there's beauty on that side. And when you come from something from so ugly, you have to learn to repaint your vision.
Wow.
You have to learn to repaint your vision.
I don't know about the snack. Repaint your vision.
Repaint your vision.
Yeah, because it's definitely what you make it. People say that, but no. You have the tools to turn your life on and turn your life off at any given moment. And so it is up to you to repaint your vision. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna take that's a t-shirt.
That's a t-shirt.
That's a whole t-shirt.
Hashtag repaint your vision.
Repaint it. Her first on her talk, okay? So let me ask you this. Do you have any shout outs you want to give to your friends, family, loved ones? I know we got a loved one in the house right now, to our girl Skittles. Yeah, go ahead and give your shout outs.
So I do want to give a shout out, of course, to you, and to the Dirty Talk Her Talk family. Y'all are the bomb. I want to give a shout out to my sister Erica. You know, Natural Experience. That's family. I want to give a shout out to my mother and my grandmother. Because it's they've passed on, but I know that they would be proud of who I've become as a woman, just as a human being, just me being able to do what I'm doing. As far as my career, my artistry, just everything. I want to give a shout out, of course, to my supporters and my TikTok family, Winter, Poet, Tashima, Trey, Jim. I want to give a shout out to just all of them Coco Monroe, which is one of my favorite people, and her family, the 50 Shades family, and Poetic Mafia, just all of us who come together every day, aside from the fact of what we're doing, and just be together. And of course, I got to thank my girlfriend, because, you know, she a vibe.
Oh, bye.
Okay. Yes, I do have to give a shout out to Skittles, because she is a very positive person as well. She's also a fellow poet, and we do a lot of things together when it comes to creativity and poet. And she named me her poetry idol. I don't know how I got that title.
Oh,
but I did. And that's actually how we became friends, and we built on our friendship and ended up in a relationship. Because, you know, you don't expect stuff like that to happen, especially not through social media. But then God has a way of doing things.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So what are your social handles so everybody can keep in touch with you?
Okay, so on TikTok it is Sensual Enchantress. On IG it's Black Cashmere. I don't have Facebook anymore. Okay. Yeah. So those are my handles where you can reach me, contact me, and just hear me.
Awesome, awesome. Well, now I'm going to get out the way so this lovely woman can read you some poetry, and you all can fall in love with her the same way we have. So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for coming to the Her Talk, Dirty Talk family and blessing us with your grace and your beauty and your poem. Of course, I know it's going to be thriller. But
little something, so
yes, she had us down. Oh, also, y'all, we got a little treat coming for y'all in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be called 911 Hostel Avenue, Crazy Town, Anyway, USA. Her first on Her Talk. So stay tuned for that. We'll be getting down into the nitty-gritty of life and how you survive this thing. Also, we're going to start airing Dirty Talk Sports. All right, my brother Ralph, and quite sure Cardo, Dirt Talk gonna be there. Dirt Talk, and they gonna give y'all the lowdown on all the sports and stuff like that. So please stay tuned and continue to watch the Dirty Talk family as we evolve in the 2023-2024 year. Okay? Thank you all so much. Stay tuned for her poetry, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
This is my poem Venom, and it reads, a shot of me would hit your veins, breaking down your nervous system, and collapsing the air in your lungs. But that's what you want, huh? The poisonous substance that has seduced you to the addiction you fight of me daily. Secreted by the kiss of my lips, as others around you hear the toxins of my blood in your voice, transforming you into something more powerful than human, with a volatile hunger that scares nightmares. There is a malice danger in your eyes that is interjected into the soul, slowly suffocating the spirit, and yet you're still living. Thriving off of my strength of me inside you, feeding your supernatural energy with the most volatile form, succumbing to the lethal injection of my phenomenal being, slowly silencing their state of mind until they are unable to speak. Spitefully eating away at the erotic love and disturbing their peace of mind as I break them down piece by piece. I'm so hungry, so you need to feed me. Feed the hatred and frustration of your day. Disrespect me, punish me, that's right, massacre me. Just remember, when you're done, there will not be much of you left. For I am deadly, the black widow, an arsenic on the tip of your tongue. I am the succubus of the night, the beautiful horror movie in your fairy tale dreams. I am the end to your beginning. I am Venom.